Never before in human history has the internet faced so many threats, from natural disasters and malicious tech geniuses to pandemics, wars, famine, and economic recession. And these events continue to occur repeatedly, coinciding at the same moment as the present. These are clear signs indicating a great transformation for all of humanity. That could very well be the apocalypse, and it's getting very close. This year, 2024, we are at a pivotal moment in the prophecy of the book of Revelation in the Bible. Today, we will explore 4 prominent trends of 2024 and their impact on humanity's future. This video is not just a review, but also a call for everyone to pay attention to mystical creatures that are relevant in today's modern world. Biblical signs are always present in our daily lives. As 2024 approaches, the significance of these prophecies becomes increasingly substantial. We cannot ignore these signs. Number 1. Orientation. The rise of global unification and control trends is becoming increasingly evident as the world becomes more interconnected through trade, technology, culture, and politics. We can see a growing number of countries vigorously striving to establish global alliances. And even, through these prophecies, we can see more and more countries vigorously striving to establish global alliances. And perhaps, this could even be a further step toward a unified global governance system. In other words, the world will most likely progress toward forming a global government, using a single common currency, and becoming one unified nation. The Bible, particularly the book of Revelation, also prophesies about a global superpower that will hold dominion over all nations and all peoples. Globalization and solidarity are the crucial links that set the stage for the emergence of a figure of great magnitude, the Antichrist. This wave of integration is not merely a chance encounter, but a crucial step laying the foundation for the emergence of a future global leader. Revelation chapter 13 verse 5 states that the beast was given a mouth to utter proud words and blasphemies. It is permitted to exercise that authority for 42 months, which is 3.5 years. It opened its mouth to utter blasphemies against God. It was given power to wage war against God's holy people and to conquer them. He was also granted the authority to rule over every tribe, every people, and every nation. All who dwell on this earth must worship him. Clearly, the trend of forming alliances among nations is not merely a purely political issue, but also the realization of prophecies from ancient times. And the adversary of the Lord, the supreme leader, will soon appear. Please be mindful that everything you witness in this world, every object, every phenomenon, is intimately interconnected. Every event is interconnected, nothing can exist in isolation. Looking back at the flow of history, we recognize that every war, every conflict, every alliance. This is part of the prophecy about the era of the Lord's reign. Boring. According to the account recorded in Revelation chapter 13 verse 7, this figure is described as a power with great authority and immense influence. It will require a cross-border physical infrastructure system, and this is precisely why we need to monitor another global-scale trend. The second direction is the digital economic and monetary system. The rise of central bank digital currencies is a call to reset the global payment system, to optimize transactions and build a widely recognized economic system. The shift from cash to digital currency is not merely a matter of efficiency or security. It reflects the world's trend toward unification in all fields, all sectors, including the economy. A unified digital currency could, by its very nature, pave the way for these foretold leaders. That trader is capable of holding supreme power over global commerce. We can see this trend truly exploded in late 2023, and is expected to be completed in 2024. Revelation chapter 13 records that the beast performed great signs, even causing fire to come down from heaven to earth in full view of the people. And what will these signs do? They are used to deceive those who dwell on the earth. The pre-war singer's name tonight captivated everyone. Receive a mark on your hand or on your forehead. No one can buy or sell anything unless they have the mark of the beast. The most important thing is that we need to take a serious look at current trends. The integration and application of technology in global payments. Not limited to isolated economic or political events, but also crucial pieces that fit seamlessly into the larger, broader picture. In the prophecy of the apocalypse, the future is predicted by observing these patterns. It is evident that these advancements in control and connectivity capabilities, this will cause the mark of the beast to appear. As we know, Most goods today are identified by RFID tags or QR codes. IBM invented a device that traces product origins, and it is now widely sold worldwide. With technology advancing relentlessly, that is about to become a reality. Currently, technology developers are fully capable of operating a financial economic system. Cashless payments are becoming increasingly common worldwide. If we look back about 1 or 2 years, we can easily see the big picture of the science and technology sector. As we know, such things are completely foreign today, but for the people of that time, it was a different matter. The progress we have achieved has occurred over a very short period, just a few decades. It was a miracle, almost divine when compared to the primitive and rudimentary methods once revered by the ancients. Humanity's technological development journey stands as a powerful testament to its unending curiosity and remarkable capacity for innovation. And relentlessly pursue the unknown. The Book of Revelation in the New Testament, chapter 13, verses 16 to 18, states, "It compels everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. Almost no one can buy or sell anything without that mark. That is, the name of the beast or the number of its name." This calls for a mind of wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast. Because it is the number of a person, and that number is 666. This sign is the crucial factor determining economic transactions, an indispensable prerequisite. Without it, humans cannot even perform the most basic buying and selling activities. It is truly remarkable to witness the extraordinary advancement of technology in recent years. The imagery in this Thai scripture is becoming increasingly logical, a fact we cannot deny. We are living in an age where most dreams can become reality. What was once considered utopian in the past has now become reality, a global system for monitoring all transactions. 200 years ago, such a level of surveillance was unimaginable and technically unattainable. Thus, in practice, the necessary infrastructure must meet the level of power control and supervision that the adversary demands. The project has been completed and will officially commence operations in 2024. This trend is expected to continue. Therefore, 2024 is predicted to be a year of significant transformation for all of humanity. Recently, when logging into my car's app, I was utterly surprised to discover that it recorded the entire history of my driving for the past 3 years. The duration of each drive, the places I stopped, and the distance of each journey to the destinations. This experience clearly revealed the intense level of surveillance we are currently subjected to by the infrastructure of those who oppose Christ. Ultimately, a new world order is taking shape and enveloping us all. Given the current pace of technological development, over the years we have been moving ever closer to the reality described in Revelation chapter 13. Specifically, it will reach its pivotal point in this very year of 2024. Many scholars and theologians have painstakingly calculated, and even employed their imaginations, to determine the identity of the betrayer of Christ. Through his characteristic number, 666. However, it must be admitted that no one truly understands the meaning behind this number and name. During that period, the faithful on earth will surely understand this through the great timeline prophesied in the Bible. Humanity is striving to accelerate development and gain mastery over the fields of biotechnology, digital finance, and personal surveillance. This is a direction that strangely coincides with the prophecy of the beast's mark in the Bible. And next is the third trend: apostasy and straying from the true faith, a warning for 2024. Recently, we have witnessed profound tremors within the very foundations of the Christian faith. The Salonika too. And now, this is happening with unprecedented precision. Apostasy. It is not merely a random departure, but also signifies that a large segment of wage earners are returning to God. This is not merely the action of a few individuals or a small group, but an unprecedented global rebellion against God. Paul told the elders of the Ephesian church that even from among themselves, some would arise speaking perverse things to draw away disciples. Fierro wrote to the faithful that false teachers would arise even within their own community. So, where do these fake professors actually come from? They may emerge from within the church itself. These are the ones who betray the faith. What do they want? They not only left the organization they likely once deeply cherished, but also did so with the intention of swaying followers to join them. Instead of training those outside the church to become his disciples, The apostates seek to lure away the true disciples of Jesus. Fake preachers seek to manipulate gullible followers within the church, destroying their faith and leading them away from the truth. From afar, the cheers for lies, if one is not careful, can lead one astray. Whether what you do is right or wrong depends entirely on your own perspective. This perspective is often enthusiastically promoted by the media and entertainment industry. Hearing these things frequently makes it easier for us to gradually accept and follow the world's immoral viewpoints. But the reality is that we need God to show us what is right and what is wrong. God does not value the life of a single individual. Believing the lies of malicious people can easily lead us to give up. The feeling that one is never worthy of receiving God's love. The truth is that Jehovah always loves and cherishes those who have faith and worship Him. I notice a distinct shift in moral standards. This world always seems to reject what is sacred and what is right. In his trade, he embraced all manner of sin and deceit. Today, there are churches that openly allow pastors to live in sin, condone depravity, and celebrate wickedness. And in 2024, we will witness creativity flourishing increasingly across all nations. Incidents of blasphemy are occurring with increasing frequency in churches. The fervent devotion that many once had for God has now significantly diminished. The love of many for God has now grown cold. The world will always try to force you to accept things that even God would never forgive. It does not honor a noble and upright way of life, but rather endorses a doctrine that advocates hedonism. Satisfaction and fleeting joy are spreading across the globe, like a new religion gradually taking over the world. It is one of humanity's fatal flaws. It can delude us into believing we have the right to commit sin. Excessive self-love, always prioritizing personal interests above others, or endlessly wallowing in sin merely because it brings you gratification. But remember, those influences can lead you astray from the teachings of the Lord. Another worrisome trend is emerging from the external world and seeping into the poet's inner world. People often think I worship gambling, but in truth, I don't bow to the Bible of that red and black game. I am a practicing monk, yet I eat chicken and dog meat. This reality is becoming increasingly common. Such ideas from the outside world invade the poet's mind, making it impossible for him to maintain a genuine sense of self. This will help you appreciate the Bible more. You see, right before our eyes, a significant departure from the heart is taking place. Your reverence for the Lord must be demonstrated through your determination to follow Him. It must be admitted that this is a very narrow path, for few are able to find it. Although society is showing signs of moral decline, it is crucial that you hold firm to your own standards and not let such negativity affect you. Persevere steadfastly with the heart of God, follow the true teachings, and remain faithful to the Scriptures. The year 2024 beckons with great promise, yet it also brings its share of challenges. The poet's responsibility is not merely to prevent wrongdoing, but also to actively propagate correct ideas. To ensure that the faith is passed down to the faithful intact and unadulterated. And the fourth trend is the decline and transformation of social values. Morality has its own precepts, but it inherently contains profound ethical lessons. Social structures are formed by moral norms, and it is precisely these norms that bind communities together. As these bonds weaken or change, society will undoubtedly transform as we approach 2024. Gradually, the teachings and traditional values of the Bible are undergoing a shift. As described in Paul's second letter to Timothy, this is becoming increasingly evident through selfishness, blasphemous speech, arrogant attitudes, and the corruption of natural affections. Identifying and remedying this moral decline is extremely urgent. One of the most telling signs of this change is the alarming rise of a self-centered lifestyle. I am the best. The biblical warning that people would become excessively self-loving seems to be precisely fulfilled in today's age. Because they value money and personal desires more than family, placing their own interests above those of their loved ones and the community. Or when professors begin to consider their own lectures more important than the teachings of Jesus Christ. Excessive self-focus makes it difficult for us to recognize the needs of others. It is our very own religion, and this bizarre religion of pleasure, that has led us to increasingly indulge and sink deeper into the quagmire of degradation. We are living in an age where people chase after worldly pleasures rather than seeking faith in God. An age lost in spells, so let us enjoy ourselves, for tomorrow we may die. The religion of pleasure is essentially the worship of the flesh. We must always remain vigilant, for human nature is easily seduced by pleasures, even when those pleasures arise from criminal acts. True allure is sometimes intertwined with moral transgression, and human instinct often yearns for precisely such things. Joy can arise from transgressing conventional moral norms, as well as from sensual pleasure and even betrayal. Even drugs or stimulants bring their own form of pleasure. Guilt can possess a certain allure, cloaked in many different forms. But before we delve deeper, I would like to offer you a verse of scripture. A life lived solely for pleasure is a life not truly lived, even if the body still draws breath. According to author Timothy Trong Nam, in the analysis of sentence number 6, an atheist who lives only to pursue personal pleasure is not truly living, but merely existing, because they do not know how to cherish life in the meaning bestowed by God. Pleasure derived from sin is never lasting. It only deceives you and makes you crave more, never knowing satisfaction. In 2024, the world will continue to relentlessly champion the pursuit of personal pleasure, placing self-interest above all else. It urges you to achieve your own gratification, even at the cost of your loved one's future and happiness. Always care for and cherish your family, placing them above fleeting pleasures. For once a mistake is made, it is your loved ones who will be hurt, and the closest relationships will be fractured, difficult to repair. Joy can easily distract you from your responsibilities, leading you toward a duplicitous and dishonest way of life. Illicit joy will quietly destroy you, causing you to lose the trust of your spouse and family. Always cherish and love your family, and do not be swayed by momentary sinful pleasures. Guilt inherently possesses a terrifying allure and carries a devastating power to destroy everything. As we step into 2024, maintaining our clarity and vigilance has never been more critical. Trends such as global solidarity, technological advancement, moral decline, and a hedonistic lifestyle extend beyond mere observation. But also a warning signal, encouraging us to continually evaluate and act upon our beliefs. In a world that is perhaps transitioning to a new order, I find it necessary to draw strength from my faith in the Bible. We need to maintain a close relationship with God and strengthen the foundation of our faith. Faith in God not only brings positive values to personal life but also contributes to building a better society.